Today, I'm going to be talking about an altcoin, which in my opinion is ready to rocket to the upside. The TA looks really good. The user rate is going up, and the amount of coins and ecosystems on its DEX are also going up if you look at the last few months. So this is really interesting. I think the project is ready for an immense rally. So let's get into it. So which project am I talking about? I'm talking about Trader Joe. This is a crypto project which I've been talking about a lot recently, and it's for a plethora of different reasons. I mean, just take a look at this here, the monthly active users for Trader Joe. And you can see here, according to Token Terminal, it is absolutely spiking if you look at the last month of May and the last month of April as well. So from April around here all the way up to May, the end of May, which is the time, I'm recording this video, you can see that the monthly active traders is going up exponentially. And that obviously is a very good sign of a healthy DEX, which is being used by people. And ultimately, the success of a DEX is by the user rate. I mean, if no one's using a DEX, no one's going to use the native token. So it's going to be completely worthless. Whereas with Trader Joe, you can see people are using it, and the rate at which people are using it is going up drastically. Who knows in 2 or 3 months' time what this chart's going to look like? By the sounds of it, it looks like it's keeping to go up, right? It's just going to keep going up over time. And for me, the growth of Trader Joe is going to just continue going up all the way up to 2025, in my opinion. So for those who don't know, what is Trader Joe? What are they doing? And why has there been so much hype around them in the last few months? So first of all, put very simply, Trader Joe is a decentralized exchange, a decentralized NFT exchange, and a decentralized crypto exchange. It also allows for a few different DeFi services, such as liquidity pooling, staking, and all these different things that you can do. Now, you may be asking, what is the benefit of using Trader Joe as a DEX as opposed to other DEXs? And that's a very good question. But not many DEXs actually allow for Avalanche and Arbitrum, right? You've got a lot of options for BNB. You've got PancakeSwap, which is by far the biggest. But in terms of Avalanche and Arbitrum DEXs, there aren't really many competitors for Trader Joe. I mean, Trader Joe is probably the biggest one when it comes to those two. Avalanche is a layer 0 and Arbitrum's a layer 2. So those two blockchains, essentially. So that is one clear USP, is the fact that it's in those two ecosystems, which not many other DEXs are actually covering at the moment of recording this video. Another benefit is you can get a lot of benefits by using the Trader Joe token. For example, you can stake it and earn some really good rewards. You can see here, there's $18 million worth of Trader Joe already staked and locked up. So that's very good to see. It means people trust the ecosystem, people trust the trading platform, and they're willing to lock up their tokens and see what happens in terms of the ROI on their income. So overall, it's just a very good project. I mean, you could also get benefits, obviously, by using the token when it comes to trading. So you can see here on Trader Joe's actual exchange, you can trade Joe for AVAX or wrapped AVAX, and you can trade it for a lot of other pairs, such as USDC, wrapped Ethereum, and loads of other coins. So that's a very good thing to see. Now, the question is, how much bigger can this exchange get, and how much bigger in terms of price can it get? And when you look at these users, you can see there's not that many people actually using it. I mean, I said before there was, but it's going up for sure, and it's quite good for a DEX. But when you look at the actual number there, 250,000 monthly traders, compare that to the likes of Binance, the likes of KuCoin, it's absolutely tiny in comparison to some of the centralized options. Now, my personal belief is that over time, more and more people are going to be attracted towards DEXs as we see more issues with centralized exchanges, whether it's related to them collapsing, such as FTX, or whether it's related to the really strong restrictions and regulations that are placed on them by the higher-ups and the regulators. So personally, I see this one growing over time, and I see it growing particularly in the next 2 years, and even more so in the next few weeks and months. I mean, when we look at this chart, I know I'm on CoinGecko here to look at the chart, but when you look at this chart, we were up a lot in the last few months. And for whatever reason, it started to come down. Now, I want to just take a look at this chart here and compare it to the monthly active users. So you can see this chart here. We're on this clear uptrend now, right? We've broken out from this 0.5 level. We use that as arguably a level of support, and now we're bouncing back up. I was actually telling my Patreons down here where I made this circle that this is a really, really good time to be accumulating Trader Joe tokens. And I think many of them did, right? So you can see we broke out of this level. We're on the uptrend now. And I do believe we'll be retesting these highs not too long in the future, right? And what I would point out is the comparison between this. The monthly active users on Trader Joe is increasing well into May, right? May 23rd here. You can see it's still spiking. Yet the price is actually lower here than what it was back here. So despite more people actually using Trader Joe here, the price back here was higher. Now, that's obviously because of the macro. That's because Bitcoin's been down. But once we see Bitcoin start rallying up to, 28K, 30K and onwards, I can bet that Trader Joe is going to go back to that high and make new highs again. And the main reason why we shot up so parabolically here, I mean, if you look from this low all the way up to this high, that's a 447% return. So basically 450%. The reason why we shot up so parabolically, in my opinion, and you can't be certain, but it seems pretty certain that Arbitrum was the reason for this. Don't know if you guys remember, but we had the launch of Arbitrum, the layer 2 scaling solution for Ethereum, around this level here, right? And then all of a sudden, Trader Joe goes absolutely ballistic and makes a lot of people a lot of money, and people start FOMOing in due to the growth of Arbitrum. And as you can see, Arbitrum, Avalanche, and BNB are the 3 different ecosystems that are applicable to Trader Joe Exchange. So that for me was the reason. And I think as more and more people start adopting Avalanche, adopting Arbitrum, I think the price of Trader Joe is only going to go up. So if you're bullish on Arbitrum and you're bullish on Avalanche, this could be a really good investment because I think it could have multipliers on the gains that Arbitrum and Avalanche do. For example, let's just say Arbitrum does a 10x in the next bull run. I believe Trader Joe would probably reflect that in a factor of 3. Let's say Avalanche did a 20x in the next bull run. I would expect that Trader Joe would do around a factor of 3 of that. So whatever Arbitrum and Avalanche do together, right? Let's say Arbitrum does a 10x, Avalanche does a 20x. Let's meet in the middle and say 15x. I could bet that Trader Joe is going to do 2 or 3x what those 2 projects do because it's smaller and you're going to get more multipliers, in my opinion. So if Avalanche and Arbitrum do really well, if they go on to do a 10 or a 20x, Trader Joe is probably going to go and do a 40 or a 60x, in my opinion, right? And that would still put it quite low when you compare it to the likes of what PancakeSwap, Uniswap, and those types of dexes could go to in the next bull run. So really, really good project. Quite low in terms of market cap as well, 136 million. Most of the tokens are out, active on Twitter. They've got a good community, and the TA is looking very good for the short term. It wouldn't surprise me if in the next few weeks we retest this level here, maybe even go on to retest this level here. So let's see what Bitcoin does. If Bitcoin goes to around 30K, you can bet that Trader Joe is going to be making new highs in terms of local highs. So that's going to be it for this video, guys. If you haven't already, make sure you leave a like and subscribe if you guys are new. Also, make sure to check out my Patreon page if you would like to gain really good insights into my crypto journey, into every single coin that I buy and sell. This is the place to be. I've made crazy money in crypto over the last few years. And if you guys want to make crazy money as well, you can make your journey much more simple. Cut out all of the hours and hours of research, which I have to do. You can basically cut out time of your life, mine more fiat, and trust my research. Now, of course, you shouldn't just trust it blindly. You should always do your own due diligence as well. But a lot of people in this group are simply just copying my trades, copying the calls that I make in terms of long-term holds, and they're making ridiculous money, such as Viot, which did a 55x, and such as DMTR, which did around a 50x. So hit that link in the description, check it out. I recommend the VIP Plus tier this is the one that the most serious people go for because it gives you access to that Telegram group. And look at all those other benefits. I mean, they're literally endless. Buy alerts, VIP only webinars and live streams, instant super buy alerts, right? Patreon's pick, instant staking alerts. There's so many benefits that come your way if you join this group. And the main one is definitely the Telegram group, because it's not just me in there. There's loads of other crypto millionaires who have made ridiculous money in crypto, and they're sharing their trades and they're sharing their projects that they're getting into for that 2024 to 2025 bull run. Check out every tier, see what's for you. If you want a one-to-one call, go for the everything tier. If you can't afford those ones, look a little bit lower down. There's definitely something for everyone. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.